the good news is it means we've avoided tariffs and quotas. So, tariffs, 7 to 10p a bottle, twice as much or so on sparkling would have been a real, that's a real hit, and certainly to businesses and to consumers, no question. You wouldn't be able to avoid seeing that, even if you ignored everything else that's increasing costs, which we should come back to because there's lots of it. So it's avoided the worst. That's why we're relieved. On the VI-1 side, I think that is definitely, and mark that down in the positive, on the positive side of the ledger, because with leaving the single market and the customs union, which wasn't always what we thought Brexit was going to be, but with leaving those two things, you have to have borders and you have to have processes, and there's whether the border is in the RSC or not slightly depends how you look at it, and Northern Ireland has some weird rules around Northern Ireland, so it's quite difficult providing advice on anyone who's doing business there. But the bottom line is, for VI-1s, you would have needed either full VI-1s or an agreement on something different once we were outside the single market and customs union, whether or not there was a deal. Our surprise, I think, is that they managed to find time, and they obviously had both, certainly the UK end, the government had obviously understood some of the things that they had refused to meet us about. So we had not met ministers to discuss this, but we had made a lot of noise, including most recently in the Financial Times, where there were quite a lot of WSTA members, and the WSTA quoted quite a big piece in Financial Times. I think certainly the biggest we've ever had. I've still got it in front of me, so I can brandish it for you, but I know you saw it. But column inches, and mainly about fine wine, because it's where it was most, the best way of making the case, is pretty unusual for us. So we're pretty happy with that. And it definitely landed.